What happens when a recently widowed grandmother in her 60s meets her daughter's new, young boyfriend? Find out in today's episode of Age Gap Love Stories, Forbidden Desires, a series that discusses the most taboo age gap relationships shown on film and TV. Before we get into the video, don't forget to please subscribe to the channel, and also hit that notification bell to make sure that you don't miss any future age gap love stories. The 2003 British drama film, The Mother, tackles a complex and often uncomfortable subject: the age gap love affair. Starring the acclaimed actors, Reid, who is best known for her role in The Last Tango in Halifax, and a young Daniel Craig, who was in some British spy movie franchise that you may or may not have heard of. The film delves into the emotional and societal complexities that arise when a recently widowed grandmother, May, embarks on a passionate relationship with Darren, a much younger man who also happens to be involved with her daughter, Paula. Yeah. Awkward. Right? So how does an elderly mother decide to embark on an affair with her daughter's boyfriend? It all starts when May's life takes an unexpected turn, when on a visit to see her adult children in London, her husband of over 40 years has a heart attack and suddenly passes away.
Such a comfy looking chair.
Well, you sit in it then, I'm not staying here.
Not wanting to stay alone in the home that she shared with her husband, she decides to temporarily move to London to spend time with her children. During this time, her daughter, Paula, tries to set her up with an older male gentleman who attends the poetry writing class she teaches, thinking that her mother needs companionship, but May is not interested.
Would you like to come out with some of us tonight? Max and Hillary?
Well, why don't you go out with Bruce? Yes, I will. Not tonight, but another night.
Oh, well, I'd like that very much.
It is then she strikes up an unlikely friendship with her daughter's new boyfriend, Darren. Feeling lost and alone, she finds solace in the company of Darren, a charismatic builder hired to renovate her son's house. Their initial interactions are cordial, but an undeniable spark ignites between them.
Hey, we'll have lunch, shall we?
Shall we? I don't believe you really want to be with my daughter.
May is a woman who is emotionally vulnerable and grappling with grief.
I like being with you so much.
Good.
However, she later reveals to Darren that even before her husband passed away, she had felt lonely. She reveals that she once had an affair with another man.
Twice. He took me into his bed.
Did you like it?
Oh, yes.
Eventually, May summons up the courage to shyly ask Darren to take their relationship to the next level.
Would you mind? Would you come to the spare room with me? Would you?
You want to touch me? You can touch me.
Will you touch me?
As the movie goes on, however, you begin to see that Darren is a complex individual, as you might expect from a young man who is now sleeping with his girlfriend's mother.
I'm so hot.
May, now besotted with Darren, asks him to run away with her.
What a stupid idea.
No, it isn't.
Darren is harboring his own emotional baggage, and while yes, very attracted to May, he also carries on a parallel relationship with Paula, while himself being married to another woman, adding another layer of complication to the narrative. Whilst May's relationship with Darren carries on behind closed doors, her daughter Paula continues to try and set her up with a man her age, Bruce, but May is in love with Darren, and is not interested.
I spoke to Paula on the phone this morning. Says you've got an admirer.
Would you mind?
You won't like anybody else more than me.
Why is that?
You know why.
Meanwhile, May tells her daughter that Darren is no good for her, and that she should leave him, leaving Paula shocked. The thing about a secret relationship, however, is that they don't often stay secret for long. While looking through some of her mother's drawings, Paula realizes that they are all explicit drawings of Darren. This leads her to discover that her mother has been sleeping with her boyfriend behind her back.
Fucking hell, Yoss.
Oh my God. It's disgusting.
Paula is shocked, but she doesn't reveal to her mother or Darren that she knows. Instead, she takes them on a double date, inviting Bruce to accompany her mother. Again, May shows little interest in Bruce's advances, and watches on longingly, as her daughter plays happy families with the man whose body she has come to know very intimately. May finally has enough of watching the over-the-top PDA from her daughter towards Darren, and makes a hasty exit into the night. Bruce eventually finds May, and seeing she is upset, comforts her. May accompanies Bruce to his home, where he leads her to his bedroom.
Are you tired, May?
I don't know what I want to do.
I do.
May finally relents to Bruce's advances. It is clear to see that May does not enjoy this experience. It is nothing like the mind-blowing experiences she has become used to while in bed with Darren. May eventually comes to the conclusion that while she has feelings for Darren, she cannot continue with their relationship. She ultimately decides to leave London, return home, get her passport, and walk off into the distance. Alone. The performances of both Reid and Craig are captivating. Reid portrays May with compassion and vulnerability, allowing viewers to understand her emotional state and the reasons that lead her down this unexpected path. Craig delivers a nuanced performance, showcasing Darren's charm and charisma, alongside his own internal struggles and sense of guilt. While ultimately, May and Darren did not stay together, the short-term liaison allowed May to find herself, and it is clear that parts of her life had been missing for a long time. The Mother is a thought-provoking film that goes beyond the mere portrayal of an age-gap romance. It delves into themes of loneliness, grief, societal pressures, and the human desire for connection. While the film doesn't shy away from the complications of such a relationship, it ultimately leaves it up to the audience to form their own opinions and understand the motivations of the characters involved. So what do you think about this forbidden desire love story between May and Darren? Do you think they should have stayed together? What about Paula? Yes, May was still grieving the loss of her husband, but does that excuse her actions in betraying her daughter? Do you think it is ever okay to have feelings for your daughter's boyfriend? Or feelings for your girlfriend's mother? Even if you don't act on it? We want to know. Please, share your thoughts in the comments below. Now, if you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel for more age gap love stories.
Looking for a way out, I can't find my